Hi, everybody. While others are on their way, let's begin with just feeling the chair that you're sitting on. Notice how easy it is to feel where your body touches whatever's holding you up. Notice how your awareness can just turn in that direction instantly. Just feeling the support of gravity. This present moment supporting you. Without effort on your part. Okay to notice the mind thinking, busy with thinking. Just wondering, who am I without my story? Without my stressful story? I'm still curious about the story. Okay to be curious about it. Just willing to let it be here as it is. Allowing in this present moment and the feeling of support. Letting anything come today, right now, that you're curious about, to inquire into. Just allowing mind, thought, feelings, energy, images, just like everyone that's being welcomed here, noticing this welcoming moment, also welcoming any thoughts, just turning a welcoming, open, allowing feeling towards them. Who would I be if my thoughts were not wrong? Who would I be if my thoughts were not unwanted. Just noticing this moment here, just for this moment. It's safe to have a thought, safe to have many thoughts. Even if they feel unsafe. Here they are. So in this allowing moment, am I just noticing everything that's here, feeling the sense of where your body touches whatever's holding it up. Here we are with a head or a mind that's thinking. Let's see what it is that wants to pop in for inquiry. Maybe it's come many times before. Maybe you knew what you wanted to look at as you were headed here today. Let's see what relationship feels disturbing, and what thoughts about the future or the past. And seeing that answer to the question, I'm upset because I find this situation upsetting because you see what you're seeing. Noticing that grip or that tightness, sadness, something uncomfortable. You see the most simple way how you put it. I'm troubled because what comes after the because? So, welcome everybody. Everyone is being exactly who you are in this moment, including the thoughts and the feelings, whatever's happened. And seeing this as a welcoming space or an allowing space for that thinking or those images that we don't like. I want to take a look. I like to see something in me really wants to investigate. Is what I'm thinking true? And even if I think it is, let's take a look. So, what are you all noticing? It's okay to share just as we go. One situation that feels disturbing, how you might word that, what comes after because. I'm troubled because. You see what that is right there. What do you notice? And here it's always okay to share it in the chat or just pop off, mute and share.
I'm willing to share.
Sure. Awesome.
I didn't write it down though. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, that's okay.
All right. I'm troubled because I'm afraid that at work I'll be asked questions I can't answer or given projects I can't fulfill.
Good one. I won't be able to do it. I can't fulfill. Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And yeah, Maxine, good one. One I can relate to. Food has power over me. Yes. That's such a, so amazing to see, like that food has power over me, whatever, something has power over me. Even like what Diana just mentioned, like I can't completely control this, or they might ask questions. These questions can be asked and I won't be able to do it. And it feels like it's bigger than me. And CL, my young adults are risking getting pregnant. Yes. Good one. Valerie, I can't get a handle on on top of my life. Yeah. Yeah, Vanessa.
Trying to figure this mute button out. I'm troubled because I'm troubled because my ex is with other women.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of power.
So good. Yeah. See that in I get some details. I might know a few things, and then my mind starts to go images, and you just feel so disturbed. Yeah. Thank you.
Another one for me, this is Diana,
Mm-hmm.
is I'm afraid this clutter is going to be here forever.
The clutter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The way it is will just never stop. Yeah. And Rhonda shares, my adult children suffer with mental illnesses, and I feel guilty that things I did as a parent caused it. Oh, yeah. Good one. That shame or guilt or, oh, I had something to do with this and it's bad. Denise, I'm old and I won't be able to take care of myself the way I want without working forever. Another good one. Yeah. So just noticing there's something about saying it, witnessed in the circle, just dropping it into this moment. Yeah. I'm anxious about this. I'm sad about it. Frightened of this. So, who would like to do the work? And in some ways, everyone gets to do the work by witnessing and being with it and responding, even responding in chat. But who wants to start? See, I'd really like to look at this thought. Maxine. Okay, great, my dear. Uh,
Hi, hi, Grace. It's great seeing you again. It's been a
Good to
while.
see you. I know. Good to see you, my dear.
Yes, yes. Well, this thought came up last night as
Hmm.
I was laying in bed just watching a Netflix movie, and I had eaten a satisfying dinner, and I literally stopped the movie and got up and started grazing or just opening the refrigerator and just wanting something to just snack on.
Mm-hmm.
And in that moment, I didn't realize, I didn't make the connection between not being hungry and just mindlessly snacking. But once I got back to my bed and watching the movie, I just realized that I wasn't hungry
Mm-hmm.
and that at the same time, I couldn't put down the food and decide not to eat it. It just, I couldn't get a handle on myself to make a different choice. It
Okay.
all was happening so fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I need to get a handle on it. There's this speedy energy happening. Some part of you saying, I'm not seeing you're not hungry, but after. Can you find what seemed to happen as you got up to get the food, as you turned off the movie?
Um, I think it was just my habitual kind of practice. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so unconscious. I just snack in the evenings.
Hmm. Yeah.
There was no triggering thought or event. Is that what you're asking? Is that what you're,
Yeah. Just.
if, yeah, I felt, I was just watching the movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
And that's okay.
and then my mind started to graze the kitchen even before I literally was in the room. I mean, I was still in bed and I was inventorying the
Mm.
refrigerator or
Yeah.
just just in search.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
well described, just that almost with anything, it's like here comes a thought, an image. In this case, food. I need a little something. Something would be good. This can be with any need. I need something. I need something to happen here. Or wouldn't that be nice if that happened? Yeah. When it comes to my situation. Yeah. It would improve the situation. It would help to have that just for a flash of a second without the thought of, oh no, don't do it after all. Okay. Let's see what happens. Let's move in that direction and see what happens. Even though then it came in and something was saying, I need to get a handle on it. Oh, you're on mute. Hang on, let's have you unmute. Something went on mute.
Yes, I just lost the connection just for a brief second.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you were speaking or
Okay. No, thanks for saying so. So we just noticed something was looking for more and searching, and oh, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great to have that happen? Just the images that come to mind, even the images of how the kitchen looks and the snacking and it was a little bit later in the movement of how things went, was the thought, I can't get a handle on this.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I often see is like something comes in about me needing to get a handle on it.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the one that's in control of this, right? And
Yeah.
so, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I need to just buckle down. I need to get a handle, get a grip,
Yeah.
and stop this behavior. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I just love seeing that there's some wisdom in it, a way. It's kind of like nothing else is here but me. I'm obviously the one that needs to get a handle on this and buckle down, or, put more effort into this, do the stopping thing.
I mean, it's not like I haven't been to this moment before. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, years of the compounding this moment, this practice, this thing that I do.
Yes.
So it's now that I just need to wake up to it. I need to control, I just need to take charge
Yes. I mean,
because I'm out of control.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
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 Let's go. So holding all that and noticing the strength of I kind of see it as like I'm reacting to this experience.
Well, I'm tired. I'm just like enough already.
Mm-hmm. So
And yet I feel a certain amount of powerlessness.
of course, yeah. I only find, that there's some idea about, oh, power is what's missing, so let's get some.
Yeah.
When I feel powerless, when it feels like this absence of power is dangerous or too uncomfortable or sad, And
Well, it's power that's actually controlling, keeping my behavior in check, right?
Mm,
It's the willpower or
yeah.
yeah.
Well, good to question potentially, just looking at. So in that moment when you start to see images of the kitchen and before eating happens, you need a little more right now. Just see, the mind just comes in and you've got this image. Just, hey, how about something to eat? Okay. A little more.
Well, it's something that would be pleasurable. This would be nice
Yeah.
along with the movie. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? And people can find this here, even without it being food. Wouldn't that be nice if this was added to my life in this moment? Wouldn't that be nice? Whether it's immediate or be so good. See if that's true as the mind shows you this option. Wouldn't that be nice? You need to add a little more. I want to add a little more to this moment. Is it true?
No,
How'd you find your no right there?
because I was watching a series that I've watched before, and it's wonderful. I enjoy it a lot, and I was fine before that thought. I I wasn't before that thought. I wasn't lacking. I didn't feel like there was something missing. I
Mm-hmm.
was content. Thoroughly engrossed in the story.
Mm-hmm.
I was fine. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And notice, just to check, even if suddenly the power went out and you had no story to watch, to see if right there you need more.
Well, I guess I'm just kind of feeling that's the disconnect, because when I had the thought, I was in my head. When I'm sitting there in the dark with no electricity, in this moment, I just really connected to the silence that was there.
Hmm.
And it was fine. I wasn't there was no thought of needing anything. I just kind of dropped in, and it was peaceful there. It was quiet.
It's just kind of very sweet to notice.
Mm-hmm.
And how quickly it leans out into, like, the mind is so, it shows images and whatever's happening, and that, oh, this could be enhanced. Yeah, this could be grown. More would be good, more would be pleasurable. How do you react when you think there's that image and, oh, that sounds good? More would be good.
So in that moment, I'm back to being in bed watching the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Who would you be without the thought? If I see this image, yeah, more would be better right there. That food would be a good thing. This moment could be improved with that food.
Well, without the thought, just like I said, seconds before the thought, I was pretty engrossed in the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
I I wasn't in search. I was satisfied,
So it's nice.
pleasurably satisfied, actually. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So without the thought, I would be just relaxed and engrossed in in the movie, in the dialogue, in
Hmm.
what was happening right before me. Yeah.
Let's see if you can, like, seeing that before I had the image come in about improvement, food. Let's say the image, there's the image. You have a picture of your kitchen.
Oh. Mhm.
So right in that moment, even with that image there, I mean, just with that image there, whoa, here's an idea, says the mind. Who would I be without the story? That definitely is the truth, that's where I need to go. That this moment could be improved. That's a good idea. And we're not saying it's a bad idea, but just notice if I didn't believe that thought as that image appears, who would you be?
It would be like without that thought, it would be like any other random image that just pops up. You know how the mind just does what it does.
Mm-hmm.
There would be no Velcro. There would be just no real attention given to it. I don't even know if it wouldn't generate any. I would just notice it.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
yeah, just notice it and just kind of this stream of just thoughts popping in and out. It wouldn't hold any Velcro. There would be, I mean, the mind does that all the time anyway. It would just be me noticing that a thought arose or visual, picture of the image of my kitchen.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trail off. I wouldn't create a story about it necessarily. Just notice that it popped up without that thought.
I've seen if the mind just showing images, just running, doing what it does, like the heart is beating, like the blood is pumping through the veins, like breathing is happening, just showing us images. And if I didn't latch onto them, or if I didn't think, oh,
I'm noticing that without that thought, my body is just relaxed. I'm comfortable in bed, under the covers. Yeah. Yeah.
So let's turn it around. So I'm comfortable. When I see an image, noticing it's an image, noticing comfort is present, noticing freedom to follow the image or not. So this moment, I want a little more pleasure. It can be enhanced. A little more would be good. What's the turnaround? What's the opposite? You can go first with the thinking,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's the thinking that created the story in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the image happened and then the desire happened vis-a-vis the thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
I find I really can't have any desire without an image or a thought about the present moment or just coming through. Yeah. That would have to be there to move towards the food or move towards the whatever it is.
Right. That's the Velcro.
Mm-hmm.
The image could be there with no attachment, no story. But once my thinking starts to kind of create a story, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is used to it, I like the way you said habitual. It's like, oh, there's that story. Oh,
Yeah.
so there's another thought that comes on and says, nice image. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, no objection. I mean, it's kind of what we do all the time, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to kind of, there's no objection to it.
Yeah. So if I really, letting that image appear and just noticing my thinking needs some enhancement. My thinking wants a little more pleasure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it's my thinking that thinks that it knows what's best for me in that moment. It thinks it can it's thinking that it's enhancing that moment, that the moment even needs enhancing.
Yes.
Before the thought, I was really enjoying, pretty enthralled with the storyline, with the movie.
Yeah.
So it's my thinking that thinks that something else needs to happen.
Yeah. 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 And isn't it something to see? It's only thought that's doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, truly.
It's like, what is this idea about? Here we are in inquiry. What does this mean that we're to believe or not believe? Believing just is like just following it, saying, "Ooh, good idea. Let's go."
That's the Velcro,
Yeah.
the belief. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the contrary, I mean, the friction, the rub is it true?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, otherwise, I mean, I wouldn't be questioning it if there was no opposition, if there was no Velcro. I wouldn't see it as a disturbing thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it
Yeah.
is, just coming in. It's like sometimes think of the mind as having very automatic, like just stories. It just loves that song, It's just got that song stuck in its head, where you get a song stuck in your head. And it's just used to that one,
Mhm.
kind of, and it's okay. And I don't, even thoughts about needing to control that, that come a minute later after you follow it. And then starts to be lots of thoughts about you are the one who needed to control yourself, and more thought. It just talks about it after.
Or during.
Yes.
But and in a context of it thinks that it knows one what's best for me, what I it's almost like I'm turning on myself, guilting myself while I'm enjoying the pleasure.
Yes.
So just the whole scenario is just all thinking.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not in that moment, I'm not really connected with my body. It's all the competing stories that take over the moment, that I don't recognize that I'm in a story.
Yeah.
I don't recognize that there's something else that I can connect with.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
that moment, I can't really access that because
Yeah.
I'm so um, believing that I need to, get a handle on this.
Yeah. Yes.
That's so comfortable. That thought is so normal for me.
Yeah. I mean,
That it thinks that it's true. It automatically thinks that it's true.
yeah. So isn't that amazing? What if this wasn't about me handling anything at all? Like, what if control is not it?
Hello? What if I can just not try and control the moment, period? What if in the moment as I'm seeing that scene in the kitchen, what if I can just notice it, and maybe the thought of just kind of checking in, well, am I hungry? Am I on empty, or no, not? Oh, okay. Then, it's just another thought. What if I can just connect with something deeper that has nothing to do with my thinking?
Hmm. And what I love seeing, so kind of another turnaround. It's like I don't need something more, or that's just a thought. I don't want to enhance this moment with pleasure. Some part of me already is fine with it, this
Mhm.
moment.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe the greater part of me, or the wider part of me, or the something that is whatever thought is not thought. That's just.
Well, that's kind of the witnessing all this
Mhm.
commotion that's not even concerned about any of it, just observing it. What
Yeah.
about, yeah. Mhm.
Don't you love how that one doesn't say you need to get a handle on this, you need to
Right.
start controlling it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just letting it be there.
Yeah. And what if I can just, I mean, I've experienced in the past moments where um, that option, that choice in that moment presented itself.
Hmm.
And I just kind of, you know, shifted my focus to like, oh, and just allowed it to just, have its life.
Hmm.
And I just connected to just what was happening in my body in the present moment. It wasn't seeking anything.
Hmm. Yeah. What if no future moment is necessary? And it's okay that the mind does it. It'll, like, I think of it like a little page from the medieval times, kind of opening up a scroll along with a list of how many ways that you can improve the present moment,
Oh,
improve your
yeah.
life.
Endless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Endless.
And if
Yeah.
I let all those be there, I don't have to be
Mhm.
getting rid of them.
Mhm.
And just noting, yeah,
What's really true?
yeah,
Yeah, what's already there?
so sweet that something just lets, like the sky, lets all the clouds be in there.
And it's forever present. The sky is just
Mhm.
like always there.
Yeah. It wasn't gone when you got up
And
and went to the kitchen.
right,
It was
right,
there.
right,
Yeah. And you
right.
just,
Just noticing, not judging, just
mhm. Don't need to make a plan. Don't need to do anything. Just relax, really. It's just
mhm.
seeing. It
Yeah.
comes back into view where, yeah. So I don't need to,
Where?
I don't
Mhm.
need any more pleasure. I don't
Right,
need enhancement.
right,
Don't need more.
right.
I'm just seeing that could be just as true, but not with
Mhm.
this agenda in mind. That's the right way to do it.
Mhm.
It's just the freedom of the option.
It definitely feels much kinder.
Yeah, so much kinder. Yeah.
Mm.
Like that mean dictator voice doesn't come in and saying, come on, you got to get a handle on this.
Yeah. You're failing right now.
Mhm. Yes. You just made a mistake again.
Right.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean, it's so compassionate to see it
Mhm.
as it's just human being with a mind
Right.
giving out its ideas about how things could be
Yeah.
better.
Right.
And
And the further I look, the further I just kind of experience that it's so um, what's the word? It's so engulfing almost that the 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 pull in the other direction lessens. You know, that voice, I guess it's my thinking, that thinking voice, it seems like the volume turns down.
Hmm.
It lessens. I mean, if I just staying present in the moment, it feels like the thinking just um, is in the background, maybe.
Mhm, 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 mhm. Yeah.
It the quality of the moment definitely shifts.
Hmm.
And it's this kind of wondrous place. I don't even know. I'm not even feeling that support of the bed. I don't even
Hmm.
know. I don't feel like my body. I just, I feel safe. I just feel um,
Hmm.
content. There isn't a longing.
Something so restful about that, isn't that? And go like, oh, hi, yeah, that
Yeah.
good idea. Thanks for sharing. It's like,
Mhm. It's like expansive. It's just, there's this space, I guess, between the thinking and the witness. I mean, it's just this place.
hmm,
Yeah.
expansive is a good word. It's
Mhm.
like we're looking at the story through a telescope or through a straw, as a friend of mine says. And that's what it feels like. And it's just
Yeah.
it's incredible, the power of thought. It'll
Mhm.
just feel like so true. And
It's so true, right?
yeah. And
To the point of not slowing down, to the point of not even, just not even thinking that it's not true.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, not even questioning.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the scene in the kitchen, right?
Yeah, right. Shows me a scene. And I love this inquiry, Maxine, because isn't it so habitual for the mind to show options for improvement? And it doesn't mean it's doing the wrong thing. It's like just doing what minds do. Like everyone's the thoughts you all shared, if only these people in my life that I care about were doing it that way, then things would be better and I'd feel better. And somehow to relax with noticing the images that I believe and get frightened of. Oh my gosh, it's going to go that way. It went that way before. It'll go that way again, or it's dangerous. I've heard about it going this way. Those risks that I think will happen. I see all those images in my head. And knowing something's here in the present moment. I don't even have to get to the present moment. It's actually here. Allowing, welcoming, open space that has no problem with any thought coming into it.
And I noticed that when I lean in to that, like, space or kind of just allow my focus to be on that witness or just on my breath, it's so much more gratifying, whatever I do next. I mean, it's not, yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
it's hard to, it's actually hard to put into words, but it just feels expansive. It just feels freer than me trying to control or make something happen or rely on something outside. If only they would do
Mhm.
X, Y, or Z, or
Mhm.
if only I made a little more money. It just
Mhm.
never, the wants, they just never end. I mean, everywhere I turn.
Mhm.
So when I do have the when I do have the faculty or the wherewithal to just get silent and not kind of project my will or my idea about what needs to happen. Just being there, um, I feel some relief
Mhm.
that I don't have to figure it all out.
Mhm.
I just feel in that moment, you know, it's kind of like just this place of security. You know, I don't feel so secure when I'm trying to make the external world fit
Yeah.
my pictures. I
Yeah.
don't, that's so stressful.
Yeah. Love that. Yeah. And isn't that something? It's just like a letting go, just open hands towards the process instead of, I know, some rules.
Clenched, a
Yeah.
clenched fist,
Yeah.
or even just not even trying to pretend like I know what's best.
Uh-huh.
Letting go of that and just witness what's there. Yeah, it again, it just feels so much kinder.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful inquiry and very loving, and the kindness of that. Don't need to know what to do.
Right.
Yeah. I love that
Yeah.
Donnie's sharing. I love that wisdom takes over thoughts. Follow me, said the wise man, and walked behind. It comes to mind.
Mm.
And also love the realization before the thought, no lack. Without the thought, no lack. It's just thoughts creating the lack. And when there was none whatsoever, just being there, accepting the thoughts as they come. Thanks for the great work, Maxine. Yeah. Thanks, Donnie. Anyone else want to share just what you noticed or what you found? What a sweet thing to go off into the, the next moments with. And Valerie saying that was such a beautiful share and guidance. Yeah, awesome, Valerie. Yeah. My favorite living turnarounds is nothing is required. Nothing is required. Yeah, CL.
Try to turn
Oh,
on
it's
here.
Clay. Hi.
Hi. Hello. I just can relate to this so much, and it was so great to see what happens if you take away the automatic pilot, you know, that there, and it just like slowed so down, way down. And yeah, thank you so much, Maxine, for going step by step. It was like walking down a long corridor together.
Mm.
And seeing, oh, maybe there is a different way when those thoughts come up. And we know that they come up, and we don't need to believe them, but that's another thing to inquire and see what happens. So thank you very much.
I like that image of the corridor. It's like, and slowing it down so much, you take one step and then say, am I free right now? Oh, I am. Another step. Oh, am I free now? Oh, I am. And I mean, it doesn't seem like it when your thoughts are like here, you know. And even that happens. So human. I mean, it's okay that happens. Amazing. Anyone else? Hi, Donnie.
I can add something. The key for me, beautiful work, the key for me was we don't need willpower when we stop fighting the thoughts, which doesn't really work, and just accepting them instead as thoughts. So now there is no need to rush to the fridge, just watching the thoughts come, go, instead of trying to fight the urge and the binge and everything.
Yeah.
So we always say willpower, but there is no need for willpower.
Yeah. And it usually kind of enhances, like it fuels the fight a little bit, you know, or a lot. Gets it in
Yeah,
there.
willpower is the same energy that the thoughts are using, so it doesn't really work against them. Eventually, you'll find yourself on a binge.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not about willpower at all.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
It is. Yeah.
And you know, the willpower is actually a facility of the mind.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it definitely, the mind cannot get me out of my humdrum. If it
Yeah.
could, I wouldn't keep repeating the same unwanted behavior. If the mind knew how to
Mm-hmm.
free me from that habitual behavior, it probably would have not taken 20 years for me to still seek some relief from that. It clearly cannot.
Yeah.
So willpower or me trying to control or me trying to guilt myself, it has never worked.
Mm-hmm.
It has never been the solution.
That's exactly what I said before. Let wisdom take over instead of fighting the mind with its own tools,
Yeah.
like willpower.
It's not so much that wisdom takes over. It's more that I just acknowledge what's already there.
That's what
And
I call wisdom.
yes, yeah, I mean, it's just I'm seeing it now as just a moment, just a in the moment that I saw the image of the kitchen is a moment that I could have realized that I have an option of, creating the story of the kitchen and the desire, or I could have just focused on my breath or whatever that connects me to that wisdom. Yes. In that moment, at some point, I don't know. I don't know how it happens. I think just that the intellect trying to think that,
Mhm.
that there is this method is kind of going down the rabbit hole.
Right. You just caught it. You caught it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like enough already. It
Yeah.
cannot figure out it's just, yeah. It's
And even
just,
imagine, like, even if there is some kind of intelligence in thoughts of a kitchen coming in,
exactly.
well, like, who knows? If I just really
Exactly.
don't know. And I sometimes see
Yeah.
my own compulsions. They were there to try to to the rescue. And there's some wisdom. It's just softening and opening around that it's I'm just seeing how mind works. And, and like get to find out no plan. I don't need a plan for what will
Right.
happen, or
Right.
what could have been different. It's just how wonderful that I'm open to just consider and look and be so curious and watch. And if I'm not afraid of my thinking, wow.
Or if I'm not afraid of my non-thinking.
Sure. Yes. Right.
Yeah.
You're not afraid of images that just
Yeah.
pop in. Yeah.
Or not only the images, but that place that I don't even know what to call it, but that place where the thinking is not so dominant. It's just I don't have words for that place.
Hmm.
I,
Yeah. Very sweet. Thank
yes.
you. Thank you, Maxine. Thank you for
No, thank you, Grace. That was wonderful.
yeah, beautiful work today. Love it. All right. Lots of love, everyone. Enjoy yourselves.
Okay.
Donnie,
Take care.
Thank you.
Take
Thank you so
care.
much.
Bye.
bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Thanks again.
Bye.